What's up, guys? I'm Hypermynd, and welcome back to Pardon the Distraction. This week, Drake and I are off to PAX West out in Seattle. We are very much looking forward to this event. We should get all sorts of cool information on the latest games, hopefully get to dabble with some Halo, maybe some Vanguard, who knows? We don't know what's going to be there, but we're excited to find out. Now, this week, you might be wondering why we're all wearing the same clothes. That's because this is actually a continuation of last week, and things got a little bit heated talking about some Call of Duty. Anyways, without further ado, here's episode 4. Oh, and one last thing. We will be dropping all sorts of information on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter while we are at the event. So make sure you are following us at Pardon the D on all social media so you don't miss out. Capiche? See you next week.
Whew.
I like the Mickey Mouse pajamas.
Yeah, fucking Mickey Mouse pajamas. This is an actual shirt.
It looks like pajamas.
It does look like jamos. Jam says.
Jamas? What the fuck is a jamma?
We call them
You know
jam-ons.
what?
Where'd you
Look.
get them jammies?
At Disneyland?
See, you just admitted they're
There it
jammies.
is.
Well, that's because you guys suck.
Wow. Not in jammies.
Like,
Not in jammies.
you know what? Just because you guys
I
want to
never
be
suck
in
in jammies.
normal clothes. Look, I'd fucking stream with no pants on half the time. So you, like, not really, but still.
I noticed that in the Game Pass coming soon pre-installs,
Uh-huh.
they've added Halo Infinite,
Yep.
and it says coming December 8th.
Yep. They made it officially live after they
But-
made the announcement.
But the download says it's for the multiplayer.
Yeah. So
So are
Basically-
they dragging ass on the campaign and
No,
they're going to make
so-
us wait?
So basically what they said is that the single player campaign will be available on launch, but Forge and multiplayer campaign will not be available. They said they would rather focus on making sure everything is polished and that you can get the real experience playing the game first. And then multiplayer campaign will be released in the first or second season in early 2022.
Okay. So, but does this...
I think that's just an
pre-install-
additional piece because multiplayer is separate from the campaign. So I'm thinking they're doing it
releasing
kind of like
separate
COD.
packages. Yeah. So you can customize
Like
your-
Warzone and Call of Duty.
you can
Like,
customize your install basically.
yeah, exactly.
But
Okay.
to your
Because
point,
if you don't play multiplayer, then you don't
There
need it.
is
you know
no
what I mean?
pre-install for the campaign.
right? Because right now it says I'm looking at it. It's the
A lot of people have been
description-
talking about that online. I
the
think
description
that's
says Halo celebrated
placeholder.
multiplayer returns. You know what
I think it's just a placeholder. I really do.
Maybe
I do not. They've already said to. Because like even on the pre-installs, when you pre-install them, there's 17 megabytes.
It's
like,
yeah.
they're-
It's I mean
they're
the
literally- it's a
pre-install
placeholder.
is a placeholder. Basically,
It's a placeholder in your
Yeah.
inventory, and they use that data. By the way, they use that data to see how many people pre-install it, and then that also gauges to see how many people are actually purchasing Game Pass, and it gives them algorithm baseline to see. Okay, we've got 3 million people that pre-installed it the second we launched, so we know we're going to be good. You know what I mean?
It's crazy.
But that is a good gauge for them to go back and be like, all right, cool. We know that 3 million people are going to log in on day one. We know that 17 million people are going to be playing this on day one. Halo is going to be the biggest launch. It's also going to be held to the biggest scrutiny. And I'm really
Yeah.
scared for the developers.
I'm
If it
nervous
is
about
not perfect, they are going to slaughter that game in reviews. They're going it's going to
Yeah.
take. I honestly think they're going to reach out to IGN. They're going to let all these people play it, and I think they're going to do paid reviews. I honestly
I
do
don't
not
think
think
they
this
will.
game. I do not think that Microsoft can afford for Halo to be a flop. If it is a flop, it is going to be devastating to the Halo or to the Xbox community because everybody's been waiting for this game for so long, and Halo 5 was like, like it was the
It was a little
campaign. It was rough. It was rough around the edges. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't. It was literally not very good either. Like that whole, I'm going to go away from the Master Chief. Now it's all focused on the Master Chief again, and finding Cortana. And now there's been all these Funko Pops that Master Chief is holding Cortana. So everybody's like going ape shit over that. They're like, look, oh my God. And it's like me watching the Destiny reveal.
It's like a new Cortana, right?
It's like, no, it's actually Cortana. It's like, and that's why it says Master Chief and Cortana, and it's him holding a holographic Cortana. But there is another pop that came out that has that other weird AI, whatever the heck that is. Yeah. So,
Right.
and she's like more Asian influenced, it looked like. But I don't know. In general though, I'm really excited for Halo. I'm so excited.
I'm
And I
pumped
know
for it.
people that have been working on the game, and I've talked to them, and I've talked to other people that are doing voice acting for it, and all of them said that it's nothing that we've even seen. They are keeping everything so close to the chest because they don't want another, oh, the graphics look like crap, scenario that happened last December, why they pushed it back. But if they would have released it, it would have been a Cyberpunk issue.
Oh, I'm sure. That's
So I'm glad that
almost
they
a
pushed it
guarantee.
back.
Yeah.
And the way they're doing it with the Spartans, like a new evolution of Spartans, like, hey, this is the next evolution of Spartans, and we got to fight the grunts, and this is what we got going on. Honestly, Halo is probably the most talked about topic, other than a new Elder Scrolls, a new BioShock, a Dragon Age,
What's the
and then
Bethesda game coming out? Starfield?
the Starfield is a big one, and
That
they
looks
also
really
announced
cool.
today, actually at Gamescom today, they showed off 3 new worlds today, and it looked really cool. I'm really excited for that game. I think that game's going to be amazing too. I hope
It'll be good.
I think it's going to be everything that we've always loved about Fallout, but a lot bigger universe with a dash of Outer World.
So it'll be the Mass Effect we wanted?
Yeah, pretty much.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Which Mass Effect's coming out too. So,
love
and that
that.
looked amazing in little tech demos they showed too.
Yep.
There's a lot of stuff coming out.
so-
We got stuff right around the corner.
So then, campaign-wise, I thought this is the last one on the list, I believe, from the Gamescom games. Oh, there's one more, but that transitions into our next segment.
Yeah.
But I thought the Call of Duty Vanguard campaign, I thought it looked good.
It did look good.
I thought it looked pretty exciting. There's a lot of quick time events, which is, that's kind of interesting for Call of Duty.
I'm not buying it.
I just thought it looked good. No one asked you to buy it. I thought it just looks like they're putting a lot of work into that story. So
I
was
hope
hoping that
I'm
it wouldn't
interested
be
to see where
another
it goes.
World War game, like just reskinned kind of thing, but it doesn't. It looked pretty solid.
Look,
Yeah.
I'm not even worried about that. I'm over Activision. I am. And them taking abuse of all the gamers, and people buy it because everybody loves Call of Duty. I love Call of Duty, but I'm sick and tired of getting battle pass. You have to get new stuff. Battle pass. That's all it is. That's literally all that game is anymore.
Well,
the
that's-
campaign,
Kinda
I've
like
always
Fortnite.
loved the campaigns.
Fortnite's the same.
Yeah,
Fortnite's
but they
exactly the same.
But the only
Apex is
difference
the same.
But no, not
Yes.
true. No,
What's different about it?
because they actually release new content.
What are they releasing in Apex?
Apex, they bring out a whole brand new story. They bring out a new map. They bring arenas. They bring rank stuff. They bringing new stuff. Whereas in Call of Duty, it's just the battle pass. That's it. There's no changes at all in the game.
But they
at all.
have all of that already.
No,
They
they
have arenas. They've got.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. They've got gunfight. That's exactly.
real?
It's the same
It's the
thing.
same thing that it's
same
been
thing.
out for 10 freaking years. It's
It's
the
the
same thing.
same
They haven't
thing.
changed it.
They've had gunfight. They had it with Modern Warfare. It's the same
Yeah,
concept.
but what I'm saying is though, is here's the difference. Fortnite, look at all the royalties. They're bringing in new characters. They're bringing in new people. They're bringing in new interesting things to divide it. Every season is different. They have a story arc to launch the new map. They
Yes,
this one's
no.
aliens. The one was
Fort-
Marvel, like the
Fortnite's got a
DC.
level of creativity that is-
Creativity
it's
that
quite
no other
special.
game has.
Right.
And not everybody's into Fortnite. But I will say this, being a fan of Call of Duty, being a fan, I am a fan. This is not a Grand Theft Auto moment. This is literally like I am a fan
Did you let
of
that
Call of
game
Duty.
go?
No, I let it go down the toilet.
It's the
but
second highest
legitimate-
selling game of all time, and it's
I
been
don't
on
care how
three
many games they
generations
sell.
of
They can sell it to all the
consoles.
6-year-olds they want. It's still not going to be a good game.
Three
All right,
generations of consoles.
Yeah, and
There's a
all
reason.
turds. They're
Just
all
like
turds.
Skyrim.
But
Skyrim hasn't
actually
even
has a
sold
story
half.
and fun. It doesn't matter. Skyrim's still better and it has dragons. All right. So look, in general, all I'm saying is Call of Duty is actually fun to play with people. I love the multiplayer. I love diving into that with friends. I love going into a lobby and just shooting people and having a good time. And I'm very passionate about Call of Duty. Modern Warfare 2 was amazing. Modern Warfare 3, amazing. The stories, the campaigns were so good, especially from Russia. Like that mission where you go through the airport, how controversial that was,
that was nuts.
at the time. Like literally just mowing people down in the airport. Like that was so controversial, but it was something different that no other game was doing. Call of Duty has not done that. The Black Ops, which one are we on now? 4? Which one are we on? Cold War.
They took away the number.
That campaign sucked ass. It literally, look, okay, I'm about ready to rage right now. Okay. That game was like if you were tripping on acid and like punching your own face and literally trying to figure out where the hell you're going in the dark. It made no sense. It made none. That game was so stupid. It was the dumbest campaign that they have ever fucking released in existence. It made no sense. Like, and then everybody's like, oh, well, they got zombies. They have zombies every fucking year. This is stupid. Like, literally come out with something new.
I'm
like,
definitely not a fan of the zombies. I'm not like.
You know what mode I was a fan of? The one that the extinction one, or what was it called? The one that evacuate. What the hell was it called? The one with the aliens. You know what I'm talking about? It was like the replacement for zombies. It was like aliens, and you had to get to the.
Was this in Infinite Warfare? Maybe.
I don't remember which one. They're all the same to me. I don't even know. They all merge. No, it was it was the one with the aliens where you had to get to the excavation point, and you got pulled up in the helicopter and had all the weird aliens and stuff.
Plants
like the monsters.
Zombies.
No, not that game. You shut your butt. You know what I mean? Like, look.
Aliens.
No, you know what I'm talking about. You guys are just messing with me. Now look. Yes, you do. Extinction. What the hell? Oh my God. It's gonna drive me nuts. I'm Googling it right now. Hang on, wait. Alien mode. Call of Duty. No, we're not moving on. I'm gonna find this.
We are way out of time.
No, we're not.
Way out of time.
Extinction. I was right. It was in Ghost. Extinction. In Ghost. It was basically where you had to go through and you had to shoot little pods. You guys never played that?
No.
Never played that one.
I thought
Ghost is your favorite.
It is. I like playing the
multiplayer. I don't play zombies or ghosts or
it was Extinction.
Aliens.
Oh my God. Everybody in the comments right now, I want you to comment down below, everybody that played Extinction, if you liked it or didn't like it. There you go. We're going to find out. All right. Anyway, so what I was saying is, though, this campaign of this last one sucked. And it was horrible. It was horrible. And literally, even the people, the voice actors and all the people that play this game.
The dramatic impact was something special.
Yeah, on me and my mental physique, it like literally shot it. This game sucks. Done.
Okay, we got your opinion. Thanks.
Yeah, but look, where I was going with this. No, you don't get it. Look.
We do. Just admit you don't like it.
No, you don't.
No, look. Admit you don't like it.
Call of Duty, I like.
You're not a fan.
No, I love Call of Duty. I just want them to make a new game, not recycled turd content that's you log in and it's the same 2-line battle pass that you have to pay 40 freaking bucks for, or whatever the hell it is now. And you log in and it's reskins.
What does that have to do with the campaign?
Well, the campaigns are always good, except that last one.
That's what we're talking about.
I thought you were talking about multiplayer.
Okay, so
I haven't shown it.
Okay, hold on. So I agree with you on the side of they are way outdated for new map changes, like a whole new map, right? I think Apex did that really.
They stiffed it to everybody else.
Right. I think Apex did it really well. They've got 3 now. They're in a cycle. I like that part. Fortnite did a really good job about new maps and new POIs, different places. They've added new POIs to the new map for Warzone, at least. However, I think they do the exact same thing. In fact, Apex to me is the worst battle pass out of all of them because you really don't get much for it. Like you get a few of those little alien things that just go, you know what I mean? And you never get anything good. But to me, Call of Duty, you've got 2 or 3 guns in the battle pass. You have 2 or 3 new characters in the battle pass, just the same as you would in Fortnite, which to me has one of the best battle passes out of any game that there is, because
is the only battle pass that you actually get weapons for. That's the only one.
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty is the only one that you actually get game altering weapons for paying for it. You have to pay.
You don't have to pay.
Yes, you do.
No, you
to
don't.
Get the
you can grind your way through the battle pass and get it.
No, the free one you can go through, but there are other weapons that if you don't pay for, you cannot unlock them. You cannot unlock them. You have to pay. Yes.
Blueprints and weapons are separate.
But there's still a weapon that unlocks that gives you an advantage over somebody else who doesn't want to pay for it. It's just like Battlefront 2.
It's all the same attachments.
If you are having a battle pass that has a weapon that you can get in a battle pass that nobody else can get, that is a big no-no to me.
But anyone else can get it.
Yeah, you can just grind the battle pass.
You can grind the same thing. If I want, or you rank up your weapon.
Rick and Morty in Fortnite, I got to pay for the battle pass.
Right.
I can't just not pay for the battle pass. You know what I mean? I understand your point of it doesn't alter the game because there's not an actual.
There's no weapons. There's no. Like you're literally for sure. You're getting weapons. So say for example, right? You're a new player. You dive into Call of Duty. Mm-hmm. You loved all the other Call of Duties. All you knew was like, let's just say you play Modern Warfare 2, but then you decided to jump into Warzone, right? Or Black Ops or whatever the hell it is. And there's like 4 different downloads depending on which version of the game you want to play now, which is stupid. It should be one game. They do that as a space filler for your hard drive. It's already been confirmed that they've done this too, where they basically are making the game so large that you have to install other games so you're forced to play their game. It's a marketing strategy. It's stupid. They literally are all about making, it's a truth. They've even announced it. Even the CEO of Activision has said this, that they want you to uninstall other games because their game is too big. And if you put their game on, then you can't play other games because you're not going to keep downloading, updating, or you're going to have to go out and buy an external hard drive, which enforces sales. Either way, it's kind of asinine. They always force you to spend money. And that's why I hate Activision.
I think if I'm
going back to the battle pass, it's the same. It's the exact same cost. If I'm a new player though, and I have all these base games, I'm at level 1 for every gun. If I've never played Warzone before in my life, I'm in level 1. So regardless of if there's any gun in the battle pass, I'm gonna be at a somewhat a disadvantage because
let me ask you this.
Level them up.
Let me rephrase this. Let me rephrase this.
Hold on. I'm saying is I now have to level up each gun, and that's part of the strategy of those Call of Duty games. I mean, I remember when you had to hit headshots in order to get any sort of camo. Like that was just what you did is you got headshots to get camo, and that was the only way to get blah 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 camo. And so the same thing happens with each gun is you have to have a certain amount of time put into each gun in order for you to level up that gun for it to be. And there's a meta for every single game. You know what I mean? There's a meta for Apex. There's a meta for Fortnite. You just mentioned there was a meta for Destiny. You know what I'm saying? So like, to me, there's no different in a Call of Duty type game. I could understand maybe the map changes, and I get your point between pay to win kind of thing, that concept, but you still have to grind the game, and I think that's the attraction that people have is I want to grind this game to get every attachment, to get every camo. I mean, that's what I did back in multiplayer. I wanted this, diamond. I wanted studded, diamond. Yeah, diamond studded camo. So that's what I wanted to do in every multiplayer.
So I'm going to give you the prime example. This is the reason why Activision's Battle Pass is different than everyone else's. So I'm going to give you an example because of this. The only reason why I bought this gun is because it looked like a dragon. Didn't even care if it was good. Bought it because it looked like a dragon, which I'm talking about the Necro King Mastercraft.
Yeah.
You can buy that whole bundle, right?
Yeah.
So I bought it. That was right before I uninstalled this game. And this is the reason why. You buy this game, you get this gun because it looks cool, right? Whatever. This specific gun was absolute dog crap, but they sold it because it had a dragon skin on it. Okay. Favor to me. I bought it. I spent the money. I gave it to Activision, right? It took 2 seasons for this gun to actually be good. So I bought a gun. 2 seasons went by before it actually became a meta in the game. So I bought something that literally was useless in the game. You couldn't even use it against anybody. You literally got slaughtered if you even attempted to use it. They took it out of the game for the first 3 weeks because it was broken. And that seems to be an ongoing issue with every single battle pass that they have. They take guns out. You'll buy them and they'll take them away because they're broken.
Well,
and then they bring them back and then they're broken.
Issues.
Well, but that goes back to my original point. They don't spend money or time on the important things of the game of balancing, making weapons actually work properly, giving everybody equal playing field no matter what gun you're using, depending on your skill base.
Sure.
They throw in stuff with cosmetics to try to lure you in to buy them, but then they aren't even good. And then you're stuck there, or they take them out.
Does that though?
Not
if
really.
I bought a dragon Mozambique,
that's on
doesn't
you.
matter.
Yeah,
but that's a cosmetic. That's a cosmetic.
It's the same thing with you. What I'm saying
is still good, no matter what.
Terrible. Mozambique's the worst.
You with Mozambique. What are you talking about?
You couldn't slaughter me anytime.
Right,
but I'm just saying the 1v1 kid.
I will
load it up.
But the Mozambique's the worst shotgun in Apex. But if you bought it because it's got a dragon on it, that's kind of on you. And they may they may buff the Mozambique to be the most powerful later on. You don't know that. It's the same thing with the freaking charge rifle. I remember when that charge rifle came out, you could hear it from across the map and go, "Oh crap, that thing's about to annihilate me." And now it's like you hit it like for 4.40. You know what I mean? Like it hardly does any damage, and it's supposed to be a sniper rifle. You see what I'm saying?
But that's balanced on characters and subclasses and actually balancing of characters, not the guns so much, because the gun perks of each individual character. Like, so Seer, for a prime example, through Apex, they had to nerf him into the ground because he was broken.
Yeah, but he doesn't have the ability to shoot weapons better than anyone else.
The weapon is still the same. They just nerfed the weapon.
So yes, I understand that. But what I'm saying is, though, is that Call of Duty, you're literally buying skins. You're buying skins, okay?
It's the same.
Because of the cosmetic perk. Okay. No, it is not, because you're actually getting weapons.
Do you know how many times my kid has come down and said, "I want a Fortnite skin"?
Because it's their favorite character.
Sure. It's your favorite dragon.
The game.
I understand that.
Whereas in Call of Duty's guns do. That's my point. They alter the gameplay in the battle pass.
I disagree with you. They don't. Name me the 2 guns that were in the season pass this year that are this past season. I don't know them either, but I've watched them play. They're not the best guns in the game.
Oh, when they unlock that was the one, the EM2, the new one. This one's pretty potent. But it's no different than when they brought look at the Rampage in Apex. That just mows people down. That's brand new.
Yeah, and they'll buff it back. They'll figure out, we overdid that one. We'll bring it back. And then they add another gun.
Which they already
It's the same thing in Fortnite. You had the pump shotgun, and then they tried where it loaded up on the shotgun. And then there was the sniper rifle.
You know the difference between Fortnite and Call of Duty? They take the gun out completely, and they're like, it broke the game. We're pulling it out.
But then they put max in there, and they put, But to me, it's just a trial and error of, let's see, are we going to do this one? Nope, this one messed up the game. All right, we'll take this out. I mean, I literally go back to the charge rifle. I remember watching people play Apex, and that charge, because you can hear it go, and you're like, but I remember from miles away you could hear that. And
so let me rephrase this the best way I can say it. Do you not feel that Activision is the most money grubby company out of any other company?
Oh no, they like their money.
I could see that.
They
Them
like
and EA.
And that's exactly
EA is
why,
pretty rough too.
as much as I love Call of Duty, I can't support them. That's what I was trying to say.
So
And that's where this is all coming from. All their weapons, they're the only company that releases actual weapons in their battle pass. They're the only company. There's no other battle pass that actually releases actual weapons that can alter the game, whether negatively or highly. They're the only, and they do that so you're forced to buy them thinking that they might be good, or you have to spend $100 to get to the end of the battle pass to make sure that you get that weapon, and then you find out that it's a dud. I mean, some people wait for reviews, but
it's $10.
It's still $10 for the thing.
It's $10 for the pass. You can buy. I mean, it's like the others. You can buy your way through the pass as well. Like if you want to buy another 20 levels or whatever, you can buy tokens for that. But the one thing that Drake touched on that I 100% agree with him, they do not spend for a company that has unlimited resources. They do not spend the time enough time in testing before they release this stuff.
Yeah.
You tell me you can't balance a weapon. You've done it how many times? You tell me, you know what the damage rates are. You have you know what the math is.
You know the hitbox. You know what the sizes are. Yeah. Oh, this
goes for all the games, but them in particular, like they will release something that is absolutely breaking.
It's always Call of Duty. You don't hear like really game breaking changes in like Apex or Fortnite for longer than a week. Whereas in like Call of Duty, it's this game is broken, a pistol that can see through walls. It's been like this. And then they never take it out. They just leave it. They don't even care. They don't even care. They just leave it in. Or they'll release something even more overpowered and be like, hey, check out this new bundle. You have to buy it. It's better than this pistol.
Yeah.
No, and then that's how, and that's what I'm saying. That's the reason why, like, not to get like, I mean, I do get heated about video games, but just in general, like that is the reason why, like, I can't be excited about Vanguard. I can't, because it's literally, I feel like every time the Call of Duty goes this, and this, and it looks so different, and you get the game and it's the same shit reskinned. It is the same game reskinned. And now I did not watch the reveal trailer because I had no intention of watching it. But let me ask you this from an outside perspective. You guys watched it. You said you liked it.
The campaign, yes.
Yeah, the campaign. I mean, that was the only thing I think that they
didn't show anything on multiplayer.
No. All they showed was the
So they're not going to talk about what they're going to do with Warzone. They're not going to talk about is Warzone going to stay the same and it's just going to be in Verdant forever.
I don't think
or they're just going to be, it's going to be in 2086 now. And then they're going to go back to 1294 and then you're going to be battling dinosaurs.
That would be cool.
That would be horrible.
With a little slingshot.
That would be horrible.
40 damage.
That would be that would be the meta.
Far Cry Primal was pretty dope.
It's in the battle pass, the slingshot.
Level 100.
Yeah.
Pull back.
It's a one shot.
Yeah, it's a one shot headshot kill. You just hit somebody with it.
Midnight Suns.
I'm excited about it.
That looks amazing.
XCOM style game.
XCOM.
You guys like XCOM?
Do you think it'll be? Do you think they said it is tactical RPG, or they said they think it will be? Just because of who's making it? That's what it sounds like.
It's XCOM style game. It 100% is. From everything that I've read, it's an XCOM style game.
I thought that it might lend itself more to Ultimate Alliance in terms of gameplay.
I mean, I wouldn't hate on that either. I would love that.
I would love that if that's the way they went with it.
So 8-player co-op like Diablo 2.
They kept saying that it was made from the person of X
developers of XCOM.
So then they assumed.
They never said.
They assumed it would be a tactical RPG.
Yeah. I mean, again, you assume that if they make XCOM, they're going to make
what they do.
The same.
Yeah. So
it'll be interesting to see.
Either way, I think that'll be really cool. The characters, the skins on the costumes of the characters look phenomenal. They had
they look really cool.
Custom,
the new main character is brand new. Never been in the comic book. The Hunter, really cool. And then the fact they're bringing back Lilith, which is kind of cool. That's the main protagonist. Like, are they taking a jab at Diablo there? I don't know, because Lilith is the main villain in that.
Maybe
for Diablo 4. Maybe taking that prime opportunity. But I've heard this has actually been in development for quite some time. I've heard leaks of this for quite some time, over a year actually. But we never had a name. And they said the XCOM developers were making a Marvel game. So we were kind of like, okay, what is it going to be? But it's new and it's interesting. Blade was in there. And one thing that was really cool is they had the the Ghost Rider from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.,
Yep.
which
Yeah.
I thought was kind of interesting.
It was very
Not
neat
the
looking.
traditional Ghost Rider, but the newer one, the Hispanic. I always forget his name. I want to say it's Raimi, but
I would love to see, like, obviously, I'm hoping that there's going to be a good catalog of the roster that you could pick from. Because, Deadpool or Gambit or something.
It would be nice if they had more of that, like, build your team, like, Ultimate Alliance type. Yeah.
they would be missing an opportunity if they didn't.
Yeah.
You have the full arsenal, and then DLC packs. They're going to have that.
Yeah.
What if they have permadeath?
Oh, that would be cool.
That would be neat.
Because XCOM has permadeath.
It will be interesting.
You also
to
just
see
have plain Jane soldiers in XCOM that you can just train a new one. You can't train a new Wolverine, so that may not work.
Yeah, I don't know. That's I don't know.
You know,
it'd be cool.
Or maybe you just had to start the whole level over again.
That was coming out
next year.
I don't. Is it this year or next year?
Next year.
I don't know.
I didn't actually see the release date. I was excited about it. It looked really good.
Yeah, for sure.
It was a nice surprise.
And one we didn't see in there was Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And the Spider-Man trailer.
And speaking of Spider-Man.
Yeah, right?
Boom.
Man. Spider-Man.
What a trailer.
Great, man. That's going to be so great.
There was so much anticipation. It actually beat the Endgame trailer reveal. It's now the most viewed trailer in the Marvel MCU.
Wow.
Sorry, just real quick. There are 13 heroes total.
As of now.
In Midnight Suns.
It was like Miss Marvel, Doctor Strange.
They're
hope
from
they do more, man.
Avengers, X-Men, Runaways, and Beyond is what they said. So
they're probably going to have DLC
confirmed are Iron Man, Captain America, Captain Marvel, Doctor Strange, Blade, Nico Minoru, Magic, Robbie Reyes as Ghost Rider, and Wolverine.
Robbie, there you go. Reyes, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of it. I don't know why I was saying Raimi, but
I think it's Reyes actually.
It's Reyes, yeah.
I really wish they would dive into some of the people that aren't just this popular Avengers guys.
Well, I mean, we're getting Eternals, and that's going to be a segue after the Spider-Man trailer. But
there's a lot
there. We honestly right now Marvel is going into a full escalation. Obviously, What If has been amazing. Did you guys watch this Wednesday's episode?
Oh. I did not actually. I haven't watched it.
Oh,
it was.
I can't even talk about it now but it was good. It was good. It was good. It was definitely a what if. That's for sure.
Big what if?
And I honestly think that show is going to go on forever now. I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be just continuous. I think that's going to be like their golden savior because they can just do what if forever.
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously endless opportunities to do whatever you want.
Yeah, you could be like, oh, what if the Hulk became Wolverine? Like you could just throw the most random stuff together and get the voice actors paid forever. Yeah. Like and the actors, they wouldn't even have to act; they just had to do the voice acting booth. Like it's a win-win for everyone. The animators,
few that they weren't invited back to do their actual characters.
So Scarlett Johansson was not in it this week, and then
Robert Downey Jr. wasn't.
Robert Downey Jr. was not. And then Miss Marvel was not, and so was not Doctor Strange wasn't because they were both filming. That's the reason why they weren't a part of it. And then also so Doctor Strange, Captain Marvel, but everybody else was in it. They and this what if was crazy because it gave you flashbacks without ruining anything for you, but it does give you flashbacks of one of the old Hulk movies.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And it was very interesting. It was very interesting how they did that. I was watching. I'm like, man, now I kind of want to go back and watch the old Hulk movies.
Yeah.
Now you gotta go back
the freaking what's his name? What is his name now? Edward Norton.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. That one was better than the first one. As long as it's not the very first. That one, ooh, man, that was bad.
That one's rough.
Ooh, that was bad. I think that was the worst Marvel movie I've ever watched.
Daredevil
wasn't that bad. At least had a plot. The Hulk was the first Hulk was bad.
None of them are Green Lantern, so
that is a true statement, sir. And that is something I will agree with you until the end of days.
That was a horrible
That
film.
was so bad.
Poor Ryan.
So bad.
Poor Ryan.
So obviously, spoiler alert, I'm going to say this right now for anybody who hasn't watched the Spider-Man trailer, step away. Don't listen until you go watch it. Because the Spider-Man trailer was nuts.
Can you do spoilers on a trailer?
Yeah.
Can you?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like,
because this had a lot of spoilers in it. I mean, literally.
Yeah,
so we're going to talk about it
way more than I thought.
So I'm just going to say this right now because I have a theory already that it's not Doctor Strange.
That's not Doctor Strange?
It's not Doctor Strange. I have two different theories and they're kind of wild, but there's a reason for them. In the scene where they're actually showing Doctor Strange and Peter goes up to him and starts talking to him.
Yeah.
He's wearing the hoodie and he's a lot more casual. He's acting weird. There's two solutions. He's wearing a puffy coat, but besides that, it's either Agnes Harkness and disguised, and Wong is actually there as well, because when the portal opens up, you can see WandaVision's terrace, that big white terrace that they kept focusing on through the portal. Go back and watch it. It's going to blow your mind. You're going to be like, what the?
It was the same Pantheon from where they trained in.
Go back and watch it. Go back and watch it. It's in there. It's literally, it's that same gazebo, white picket fence looking thing. And not only that, if you look at Wong's outfit, he's got old timey style bags from like the 50s and 60s. And all of his apparel is like, so they think that there's a tie-in with like when the multiverse broke, but they think supposedly this is what everybody's saying, that Spider-Man No Way Home, the second that Kang the Conqueror dies, spoilers, and the second that she becomes Scarlet Witch, spoilers, that all happens at the exact same time. When they make everybody forget that Peter Parker exists. When all that happens, the other theory that I have is that it's Mephisto. Because Mephisto grants wishes and then he was like in the middle of a spell and he's just like, stop. And he's like, well, what about Mary Jane? What about my aunt?
Right.
Like, and he didn't even care. He just kept going. That isn't something Doctor Strange would do.
I think I can get behind that second one more. In the comic book, that was he went to.
It was actually a comic book art.
Yeah, to change him, and he had to, his wife wouldn't be married to him again.
Yep.
Right.
Well, that's when Mary Jane was,
right.
a hot redhead and not a weird kid.
Right.
Well, they are.
I don't get behind the Mary Jane thing. I'm sorry. Like, I'm all for like changing up the casting, but like I really don't like the Mary Jane. Like, I like her as an actor, but I just don't like that Mary Jane concept. It doesn't make sense to me. I really don't like it. And they better not bring back what's her face as Mary Jane. Oh my God. The worst. I actually take the new one over her. I hated Kristen Dunst as freaking MJ. Emma Stone all day. She was Spider-Gwen. Like, go. Yeah. Bring it in. Let's go. Let's bring Miles Morales and Silk and Venom. Bring them all through the portals. Let's go.
I am excited to see what happens from that, and then,
and then obviously Sinister Six is happening.
Yeah.
I mean, that's already guaranteed. I mean, you had Sandman, which was interesting because Sandman was protecting Peter in the trailer. Yeah. If you go back and watch it, was protecting him from the electric attack from Electro, which was yellow, which is more comic book accurate than the blue weird nonsense that was in the Garfield.
Yeah.
So. I don't know. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
You've got the little teaser of Green Goblin.
Yep.
You've got
William
Dafoe laughing.
Dr. Ock.
Yep.
Doc Ock.
But you know that scene where he's standing on the vehicle? Both those scenes took place on the bridge. So that is definitely them at the end of the movie, I think. I think that's them all teamed up attacking. And then at the very end, the other two Peter Parkers come. That's going to be like the big, like, or maybe even more. We might get like weird shit. We might get like Spider-Man Noir, and we might get the pig. That Spider-Pig.
That seems like a lot to have already shown for it to be the end of the film.
The reason why I say the end of the film is because I think that they're going to ride this out. The Sinister Six aren't going to go away in one video. And there was also that scene where he's in the sewer and you can see like a tail go behind. So it looks like the lizard. Yeah. So they're already teasing all the Sinister Six. Vulture is already in the universe. So we already know that. And then they already showed Rhino. They already showed, the Shocker. They have everybody there. They could literally bring all the supervillains together, and then just end it. The very end is just going to be Charlie Cox standing in a courtroom protecting him. Like that's how they're going to bring Daredevil back.
I think too. Like you have Doc Ock who's coming up, and he says, "Hello, Peter."
Hello, Peter. And why would he say that to the other Peter Parker?
Right, to somebody he didn't know. So it has to be. Theory is it has to be the other Peter.
That's why I think that's towards the end when they're all battling, and like maybe the Tom Holland version of Spider-Man is getting his ass kicked, and then all of a sudden the other two Spider-Mans, or maybe multiple Spider-Mans. I hope they bring Miles Morales. Miles Morales is my favorite, like Spider-Man. Period. Like I love Miles Morales.
You don't think that they would? I mean, knowing what they know, like as far as Doc Ock goes, you don't think he would just know, like, oh look, that's Spider-Man.
Well, yeah, but he would say,
Peter
"Oh,
Parker.
Spider-Man." He wouldn't say, "Oh, well, hello, Peter." Like he even like the way he said it was just like Spider-Man 2. Like he said it the exact same way.
Yeah.
And they have different physiques. Like they had different physiques. So like I honestly think that like this is going to be, I think it'll be a cameo. I don't think they're going to be in it for like the long haul. I don't think they signed a multi-movie deal. I think they're going to come through, fight them, and then go back to their home. But it's the whole title too is also the trick. No Way Home. Are they stuck there did they go to their multiverse and they're stuck there?
Do you think that this is
that might be the wish they took? Well, that's what I'm thinking also too. The wish might be that they took him to another multiverse where nobody knows him.
Right.
That's the plot twist. Like, hey, nobody will know you. We're going to a different multiverse. That's why the floor broke and they went through. Yeah. So maybe nobody knows him there. And so he goes back actually into, Tobey Maguire's freaking Spider Universe. And then I don't know.
So, but do you think this is the first half of the story? And the second
I think it's going to be a continuation.
Is Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness?
I mean,
continues there?
I don't think Spider-Man is actually in the Multiverse of Madness, though. I don't think he is. I think Scarlet Witch is, and maybe they escaped, or maybe they got divided, and or maybe that's where he's been the whole time. Maybe that's why the Mephisto, Mephisto like traps Doctor Strange and takes his place, and then that's where he's at, and then Ant-Man and Wasp get involved, and then there's the quantum realm. Yeah, Quantumania. Like, there's so many things, and that's where Kang comes back. Like, there's so many different. I think they're gonna. So this is my theory. I say it now. Hopefully, this stands true. I think the Eternals are gonna bring in the X-Men because.
Okay.
I think that is how they're gonna bring in, because the Celestials made the dormant gene in humans,
right,
and then that's what becomes the mutant gene, and I think the Eternals are going to be the ones that team up and start bringing those mutants out of existence to help protect the Avengers. And then the Young Avengers are going to start forming, which they've already kind of set up. And then Captain Marvel is going to lead them. And we're going to get this big, crazy, like multi-team group again. And I think the Defenders are going to come back. I really do. I think they're going to bring back Jessica Jones. I think they're going to do a different version of it. They're going to do Jessica Jones and She-Hulk and Luke Cage. I don't think they're going to bring back what's his name that played
Iron Fist.
Iron Fist. Well, no, Iron Fist, I could see them bringing him back, but not the guy who plays Luke Cage. I don't see him coming back. The guy that played the shitty half of Halo 5. I can't think of his name.
See, I didn't like Iron Fist out of all of those.
The second one was good.
Iron Fist.
I liked the second one.
Iron Fist never got me.
Iron Fist, the end when he started getting the mystical weapons, that was cool. But that's where it started getting cool, and then it was like, it's dead. And I'm like, all right,
boring.
Well, can we just bring back Punisher? Because that's the one I care about.
Yeah, I would love to see that. I mean,
all day.
If
Punisher and Spider-Man fighting. Can you imagine that?
Punisher comes back.
Well, they're bringing back Kraven. Kraven's going to be coming out, and then you've got like the Spider-Man universe is just as big, if not bigger, than the MCU. There's so many characters involved in the Spider-Verse. It's huge.
It's enormous. And then you've got you've got the Venom side.
Yeah.
Right? And how that ties in.
That's the thing. They are being so weird about like bringing in Spider-Man because they want them to develop their own character arcs with Venom.
But then you got Morbius too.
Well, Morbius is going to be good. I think Leto is going to kill that. I think he's gonna crush that, and he's gonna do everything in his power to make sure it's the best he's ever done because he's so pissed off at DC for all the slander that they did on him on Suicide Squad, and literally took all of his good video out. Like, didn't even let him give airtime. Like, he honestly, like I think he could have been a better Joker than what they let off, because the one at the end of the remake of Superman Justice League, like when they had the Snyder cut, the ending sequence when he had the long hair and he had all the tattoos removed, that was the Joker that we wanted.
It was cool.
It was cool.
Yeah, the rest was garbage.
And he also killed Jason Todd in that version, so it was cool.
Right.
Which, by the way, Titans came out, if you haven't watched that.
I haven't watched it yet.
Season 3. Really good.
Still on season 1.
Yeah, it's following the Red Hood right now, so you definitely want to watch it.
I gotta get caught up.
You know what I did watch? I watched Ronin Warriors.
Oh, nice. You did. Follow up from last week. What'd you think?
It was pretty good. I think for one of my first kind of anime, I really haven't watched much anime besides like Pokemon stuff, but
where did you watch it on?
Amazon.
Nice.
Prime? Yeah.
Nice.
So I watched the first couple of episodes. I liked it. Again, I appreciate that art, because it's, what is it, 2D, it's hand-drawn kind of stuff.
It's old school.
Yeah, so I like that side of it. It felt very Mighty Morphin Power Rangers-esque.
Yeah, we said it's like kind of Voltron-esque.
Yeah. So, but I didn't. I mean, I liked the one as a kid in the 90s, but like, I always thought it was kind of cheesy, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So I actually liked the Ronin Warriors a lot better.
You didn't like Ivan Ooze?
Well, I mean,
or Alpha.
I just like the pink Power Ranger,
Kimberly.
Yeah,
big Kimberly fan.
But yeah, I mean, I thought it was good. I'll probably still watch it.
On his wall.
And that's right.
Oh boy.
Wow, that got creepy.
That was.
And that poster never came down off the wall, stuck there forever.
Still there. Yeah. What's left of it is actually behind that Harley Quinn panel.
Yeah, that's what I
had to
put it up.
You had to hide it.
He just flips it.
But no, I thought it was really good. I'll probably watch the rest of it. I'm only 2 episodes in, so to me, you got to kind of give 3 or 4 or 5 to kind of get a feel of.
Yeah,
all of them.
It gets a lot better.
Yeah.
Look, if you had enough time for Pink Ranger
in like a digital side of anime, if that makes any sense. I'm assuming there is more of a computer generated anime. Maybe I'm not at all. Maybe that's
later ones.
Well, are you
later ones.
Well, I know. Well, you watched some of the newer stuff on Netflix, right? You watched the that series, the one that has the multiple different animes. Like it was like the
Death, Love, and Robots.
Yeah, there you go. Death, Love, and Robots. Yeah, that's. I mean, that wouldn't be technically considered anime. That was more like animation. But yes, but it's not like anime or like anime to me is like Dragon Ball or or Sailor Moon or Ronin Warriors or Demon Scroll or like stuff like that. That's all anime to me. Yeah. Like Inuyasha, all those Trigun, like all those animes are amazing. But
I've never watched any like the hardcore ones like Bleach.
Oh, I have.
Or
watched them all.
I haven't watched Naruto either.
Naruto. Okay, look, if you're ever gonna watch Naruto, you better have a lot of time on your hand because between that and One Punch, they're like a bazillion episodes. There's so many episodes. It's like sickening.
So what would you recommend for somebody that's like more of a modern anime?
I mean, honestly, like it just depends. I mean, there's so many different styles of anime. So like it just depends on what you like. If you like dark anime, there's like Promise Neverland is a really good anime. It's kind of twisted. There's obviously like Demon Slayer is like a very big topic one. My Hero Academia is a big one right now. Everybody is like ranting and raving about that one. That's more of a modern, like, follow the main character as he grows up type thing. Which that story arc could go for quite some time. It could be like another Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball is always a go-to for me because that's my childhood. I've been watching it since I was in the 90s. Like, it's been around my whole life, and it's still going, and they're still making episodes, same
It's
actors.
like The Simpsons.
Yeah, it's exactly the same thing. Like, One Punch, I think, has like 800 episodes or something like that. It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's been going on since like the 80s or 70s. I don't even know. It's been going for long. I'm actually, now I kind of want to look. I say One Punch. Man.
That's crazy that some of those go on for so long. But I mean, I can understand it. I mean, it's no different. Like I said, like The Simpsons, that's been going on for 30 plus seasons.
That's insane.
You know, speaking of you brought up the Simpsons game earlier. Did you see someone remade Hit and Run in Unreal Engine?
Yeah.
I did see that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
He did it in like a weekend because the game was so small.
Pretty funny.
Pretty crazy.
Well,
how long is it? Yes.
So the longest no. Yeah. So the longest episode, the longest anime period, and I was saying One Punch. It's not One Punch. One Piece is 937 episodes.
Dang.
And it's still going.
How long is an episode? No commercials.
30 minutes.
With no commercials?
Yeah, because they were aired separately.
Oh,
dang.
So, and they weren't on public television because they were more in Japan for the longest time, and then they ended up English dubbing them later. But yeah, they like the Straw Hat Crew and One Piece, like that's been around forever.
So is it worth 500 hours of my time?
Man, it depends on how much you like anime.
Or how much I like my time.
Yeah, pretty much.
500
So
hours.
what's even crazier about this is that this actually started way later. It started in 1999. That's when the first episode aired. So they pumped out that many episodes since 1999.
Well, I mean, it's 22 years.
That's crazy.
That's a lot of shows.
It's a lot of hours.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shows.
Yeah. Well,
Maybe we'll get up to 900 and some episodes.
I mean, possibly. Like even
That's
Dragon Ball, like the Dragon Ball episodes, like they're up to 153 episodes. Nowhere even close.
18 years of Pardon the Distraction.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. I want to be old and gray on here. I'm already there.
Be pretty
what am I talking
funny.
about?
You're like half gray now.
Yeah,
it's perfect.
Could you imagine how long my mullet's gonna be?
Oh, you have to let it grow
already
the
find a
whole time.
replacement by then.
We almost
Longer
replaced you
mullet
last
gets.
week.
Yeah, I mean, there's already a video of it.
After your
And you refuse to do your one panel at a time.
after your ageism comments.
Yeah,
We all
You
are
attacked
really
us.
old.
we didn't like that.
I don't look old.
So one thing that I do want to talk about, just
Our
touch on really
demographic.
quick. Oh my god.
What?
One thing I do want to touch on is Shang-Chi. We're actually going to be at PAX West. And me and Hypermynd are actually
True.
going to be at PAX West, and we are very excited about this.
Together or
Andy
separate, we don't
unfortunately
know.
can't go to this one, but he'll be hopefully at the next one. And we're going to be at PAX, and we have a lot of people that are going to be meeting up with us, content creators, developers, media. We're going to be seeing a lot of behind the scenes stuff that we're going to be doing live, like videos from behind the scenes in these media rooms, and we're going to be doing as much as we can to bring information. We're compile it together and hopefully edit it all together over our trips and adventures. I'm going to be bringing my GoPro. We're going to be recording everything on our phones. We're going to be doing everything we can to bring back as much content and talk about the first real live experience since the pandemic started. And they definitely have cracked down on safety protocols. And this is going to be a very interesting experience to not only, we're going to be really safe and we're going to make sure that we protect everyone that we're with, but also at the same time to kind of see how much the industry has changed in these live shows based on what has happened in the world. Obviously, there is a crazy Delta variant going on right now, so everybody's kind of in a panic. But they are taking strict protocols to basically make sure that we're all safe. So we're going to this. We're actually leaving on the 2nd of September, which is right before our next episode of Pardon the Distraction. But we are going to do our best to record and do from the show. We're going to see how we're going to work this out. We're still working out the kinks, but even if it is a little bit delayed and we release it later when we come back after we get a lot of the information, maybe we'll even clip, it might not be a bad idea too, to just get as much information and then we can put it in next week's and release that throughout the week. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But either way, we're going to bring that concept. We're going to be in PAX next week. And while we're there, Shang-Chi is actually, yeah, come say hi. We're going to be there. We're going to have business cards. We're going to be talking to people. We're going to be hanging out. We're going to be literally make sure that we let everybody know about this podcast. And there's going to be a lot of amazing content creators that are going to be there that hopefully they may even come on the show. So Shang-Chi comes out on the 2nd while we're there. So we may see it while we're there. We may wait till we get back. I don't know. I know a lot of people wanted to go see it. I don't know how Seattle is doing stuff right now. So hopefully we'll have a review for you on that when we come back to and kind of give our feedback on that. But I'm super excited about that one. Are you guys excited about that movie? I mean, it literally is. I think it's like the start of this phase of MCU. I don't think it was Black Widow. I think it's this. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I think it's one of those movies to me that snuck up on me. I don't know really anything about it, and when I heard about it, I was like, oh man, what is like? Why is this going to be part of the? There's so many other movies that you can make, but then I saw the trailer and what they're going to do to it. Wow, this looks really cool. I really kind of want to dive into these characters and know more about them and know where they came from, what they're doing, all that stuff. So they've done a really, really, really good job about promoting something that's not popular. Like I would honestly say,
like Guardians of the Galaxy when it first came out.
There's probably not a whole lot of people that know anything about this character or this.
No, they're going to.
Yeah, and
that's exciting to me. I'm glad it's not one of the Avengers that we've kind of had. Some time,
he's one of the newer Avengers. Yeah, I mean,
right.
There's always the ongoing joke that everybody's been an Avenger. I mean, at some point, a lot of them have, because they cycled out the team members, depending on the situation. But this movie specifically, the reviews have already started coming out. They're all getting 8s and up. So out of 10. So that's good. And a lot of people that are hardcore Marvel fans.
I feel the same way about the Eternals. Because again, their characters.
Nobody knows any. Like I don't even know
about them, and yet the movie looks really good, and I'm excited about
the newest trailer. Like it kind of looked like a lot of those characters. Like a lot of people are like, oh, it's Marvel's version of Superman, and it kind of is. Like the Eternals are basically like the world's protector. They protected humans. They were put here to protect us, and there's the Eternals and the Deviants, and the Deviants are like the mutated ones. And that's why Thanos is actually an Eternal, but he has the Deviant gene. That's why he's all purple and looks like he has a nutsack on his face. I mean, it's the truth. But that's the reason why he looks that way. And they're normally mutated and weird and different colors. So with that, this is going to be an introduction of right after the snap and what the snap did. And I guess it causes some kind of like paradox, like energy surge, and all of a sudden the deviants break out, and then that leads to the X-Men. That's what I think is going to happen. I think the Eternals are going to be the breakaway for us for the X-Men. I think the X-Men are going to come from that.
I want the X-Men now.
Silver Surfer. Let's go. I want it.
They were my group. I love them.
Okay, who's your number one? If you could pick one Marvel character to be like your go-to movie that has not been made, that you love, that you want made, what would it be?
I would say, so I love the character Gambit. Obviously, a lot of people like that. I can't tell you why I love him so much. I love his interaction with Rogue. I love his that storyline. I don't think he would make a great movie, if that makes sense. Like his Thieves Guild and stuff like that, and his backstory, I think would be. I mean, they could maybe make it fun. I don't know.
They should make his movie into a heist movie.
Yes, I could see that. Or
awesome.
Like pair him with someone else. You know what I mean? Like
Nightcrawler. Go.
Yeah, something like that.
And have Nightcrawler sneak into the museum and steal the painting.
But like I always
I
like
think this has been done before.
I always like
Pretty sure it has a few times.
like yeah. I like the characters that don't get a lot of like.
Emma Frost in a skin tight suit. Let's go. That.
I'd watch that.
Yeah, I would too.
I think a Storm movie would be cool.
Well, her backstory would be very interesting.
Yeah.
And they would probably tie that into Wakanda, to be honest.
Yeah.
It could be really neat. Which also, what's her name? Riri Williams.
Riri.
She's going to be in Black Panther.
Yep. As Ironheart.
As Ironheart.
Which that's going to be really cool.
It's going to be really
I don't know how they're going to phase that in. That's real. That the introduction for her being introduced there.
It's a very weird spot to be like.
Weird spot, but I think it's because she's going to meet up with Shuri, and that's going to motivate her because her idol was always Iron Man, and then she uses that knowledge she learns from Shuri to make the Ironheart suit. Maybe she steals something. I don't know. I think that's how it's going to line up because that would make sense. But the MCU, like
she made her suit at MIT.
Yeah.
So if anything, she acquires some level of technology. Maybe she gets it given to her as opposed to stealing it. And
true. Maybe
like,
Shuri makes it for her.
Take this and like you've got to. This is like where you start type of thing. But it's almost like,
or maybe it's a leftover suit.
If you want to be Ironheart, you have to make it. But
didn't they?
This is how you can start.
In the comic book, didn't she actually find a part of like after a battle that she found like one of the arms from Iron Man and then took it back and redeveloped it, like basically re-engineered it and then made it better? Like, wasn't her suit better than Iron Man's? And then what ended up happening? She ended up getting Tony Stark as her AI, correct?
Yes.
I don't know.
The Tony Stark part, yes.
Yeah.
Tony Stark, he infuses himself into
an AI. He becomes Jarvis.
Into a chip, yeah. And then
I have a theory about Black Panther.
What's that?
So you know how What If is supposed to like tie into the MCU?
Yeah.
I think that when universes collide or however they're going to do it with, all these timelines and stuff like that. If you've watched, spoiler alert, if you've watched the second episode of What If, he's not the Black Panther, he's Star-Lord, right? And I think whenever they come back into the MCU, there's going to be somebody else that's Black Panther, according to that
split. Like basically, maybe it's Shuri that takes over and becomes, because there's been a lot of rumors that Shuri's going to become the new Black Panther, but there was something just recently
into that movie.
I don't know if you guys read that. There was something just recently released that they recasted Black Panther. Like they recast it, and a lot of people are very upset about that.
Like,
but you got
film or Black
Panther. Like they recasted. Yeah, like they're moving forward with Black Panther, but it's going to be a new actor, and it's not going to be Chadwick. And a lot of people are like, well, but I'm like, but movies go on. Like they can't.
You got to keep going. You can't just.
Like, I'm going to use it as an example.
This gives you a perfect opportunity to do that.
War Machine was the exact same thing. War Machine was a prime example. The actor was kind of being a douche canoe. He's a great actor, but he was being a douche canoe about like how much money he was getting.
Terrence
and he was
Howard.
like, and he was like, I'm not doing it. And then they brought in what's his face. Now, granted, I like him more as I liked his like collision with Tony. He was so much better.
They had good chemistry, yeah.
But they had good chemistry, but it just, it didn't work out. So they had to replace him. You got to move forward. There's nothing to do. And nobody said anything about it. They just like, well, all right. Well,
yeah, but he didn't die. I mean, that to me, like, that's a big deal. Like,
he didn't die?
Well, I'm saying Terrence Howard didn't die.
He didn't die.
There's also rumors.
But nonetheless, it's like, you can't just erase the story of Black Panther for that reason.
Yeah. Sure. No, well, like, or unless they bring back Killmonger and he becomes the new Black Panther. Like he basically.
We bring him back in the multiverse.
Well, you can do anything now. He
that's what I'm saying is like you can.
Well, that's what anything. A lot of people think that he didn't die because they did any character that they don't show die. like completely or like they bury, they always come back. Like they always do. Like, and they could have given him a fruit, you know, one of the fruits that like he burned down to the ground. Maybe they had a secret stash somewhere. Like he had a secret purple fruit somewhere else, like in Wakanda, and he gave him an extra one. You know what I mean? And brought him back, and maybe, you know, dunked his ass in the Lazarus pit. Look, I just crossed. But you get what I'm saying? Like it changes his, like makes him nice, and then he takes over or something. I don't know. Because technically, he was heir to the throne as well. He was one of the brothers. He could have taken the throne. So maybe in the MCU, that's the flip. Maybe he takes over as Black Panther, and then they bring that back into the realm, and that's how they do it. That would actually be a good segue. You know what I mean? He left, got abducted, became Star-Lord. He disappears. You know.
Yeah.
But that means they had to bring back Thanos as a nice guy. Kind of.
Doable.
Yeah, I mean,
he's a Ravager now, which is
right
weird.
that anyway. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, they could do whatever the hell they want. I mean, like,
obviously, there's going to be storylines in these multiverses that stop.
And we're going to have the shows in between. We still got Moon Knight. Moon Knight is going to be, that is my most anticipated show. I am so excited for that Egyptian culture. And Moon Knight is such a dark vigilante. Like he's like Batman on crack. Like he is, but he's actually got supernatural powers. And at one point, he actually kills Adam Warlock in the comic books, which Adam Warlock is still bound to be in the comic book somewhere. So, or in the movie, the MCU, because they announced him at the end of Guardians 2. So, and supposedly Guardians 3 is right after that. It's like right after that, which still doesn't make sense to me, because I'm like, how can it be right after if it's like we went through Endgame and everybody was together, and now it's like the Asgardians of the galaxy and Thor's with them, and I don't know. I guess we'll find out. But either way, like, have we been upset with any of the new Marvel movies? Like, have we been upset with any of them since Iron Man? They've all been good.
No.
Which one?
I personally, no, I wasn't upset with any of them. I wasn't.
Which one did you dislike?
I didn't dislike them. I wasn't. You
didn't like it as much.
I didn't get excited about Guardians, honestly. I thought it was I thought it was a good movie. I just didn't get excited about the story.
I think the second one was a little far-fetched with Ego. They kind of rushed that story. They could have done much more with it.
I like the more classic characters from the Avengers, personally.
You want Squirrel Girl, don't you?
I'm a huge Iron Man guy. What?
You want Squirrel Girl, don't you?
No.
Yeah, you do. You know, if they bring Ironheart, they're going to have to bring Squirrel Girl.
Okay, but no. No.
Come on. You know, you go home and
I don't have.
That's you. That's you.
I don't have Squirrel Girl pajamas.
Yeah.
Please don't ever make that sound again.
Lie.
Our poor listeners,
our
poor audio listeners.
Don't see what he just did.
Yeah. I was putting my hand up and I was looking like a squirrel. It sounds horrible on the mic, but you get the point.
Yes. Just check it out on YouTube and you'll hopefully forgive him for making that noise.
Don't ever forgive me. Yeah, you're welcome. There you go. You're welcome.
That wasn't as bad. The other one was real bad. So
look,
Guardians was the one where I just didn't get that excited about it. It was the story was just, it seemed out there to me. I mean, it's comic books, so it's going to be, but it just seemed far more out there than the others, and I just didn't get it. But now that I know from watching all of the movies all the way through, and I see how it ties in, and I'm like, oh, okay, I got you. But
do you think they're ever going to bring Nova in?
Like, what is this?
You ever think they're going to bring Nova in? Or do you think they're just going to let that sail with the planet and just like, because the planet was destroyed by Thanos?
I don't know. He's another character though that
would be really cool if they do the younger version, not the older version. The older version was kind of weird, but
isn't he just very similar to Captain Marvel?
Kind of. But he was like the leader of the Nova Corp.
Right.
But he's supposedly already in the universe. Supposedly.
Little bullet helmet.
His little rocket man. Well, he's got that little star on his forehead. But yeah, they had like the armor of his. Yeah.
He looks like the old Rocket Man. You remember that movie?
Yeah. Oh my god.
The Rocketeer.
Rocketeer.
That's what it was called. Rocketeer. Say.
It's a great movie.
That was actually a great comic book series too. Great comic book series.
Yep.